We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go from Tampa. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Ready.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go, Reed. Go.
And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready.
And he'll be taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Big
40-yard
hole
line.
up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
First and 10.
Tag. 18 Cardinals. Tag the Lions.
From the gun, here's Milton. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Play action, now it's Milton. A throw on the move is caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 25
It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Dexter on the stop. A 4-yard gain. Brings up
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and
at
goal.
the 4-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60. Ready. Viking 18. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
They'll go with him again. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Tampa. That is 16th touchdown of the year. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Mills. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Putting the tight end in motion. Here's Mills. That is intercepted. Inside the 30. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Raiders nothing.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Start on the ground, and they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
That's good.
They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Vegas.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Now good up the middle, and he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Elijah Kansas in on the stop.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
To throw is Mills. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. In motion, Lamb. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
And the Raider first down.
Mills now. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up third and goal.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. 70 ready. 70 ready. Let's go.
Now Mills. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. His 4th TD grab of the season. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14. Raiders 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
43-yard line.
Ready? Let go.
On first down, here's Milton. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Okay, ready?
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down.
Let's go now. Ready?
The throw out wide, taken in by Pearsall. And he will get into the end zone. Rick Pearsall, touchdown Buccaneers. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
motion is Smith. Throwing is Mills. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
One quarter in the books. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he is going to be out of bounds. A big-time play for Vegas. 32 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Mills to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Bucs have it inside the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. An extra point attempt to follow. And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Back to throw. And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Go check, go check. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They fake the give, and now it's Milton. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Get it. 19,
On second down, here's Milton. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Ready? Come on. Set. 60. Hawk 70. Hawk set. Warrior 70.
Looking out of the gun is Milton. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it'll bring up second down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go.
Milton to the air on second down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Now give on the ground, and a good run there. Would have given 5 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. He sets up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Throwing now from the gun. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Ready? Ready? 70 Lions. Ready, ready?
It's first down, and they'll run. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Javon Dexter on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard
Just
line.
shy of midfield. Here's second down. A quick throw on the RTO is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To Ricky Pearsall. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
They'll look to
1.
pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That one's on target to Williams. He's got it. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Let's go.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Get it. Cougar 19. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. Oh, big hole left side. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal.
19.
To the air, it's Milton. He's got his big tight end. Harold Vantage. Touchdown, Tampa. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To throw here to begin the drive. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw, Mills. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down. very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. The ball comes out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Exiting the pocket right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way. Live to play another down.
After 60. Mustang 19.
Here's Mills. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll set up the screen to Brown. Still going inside the 20. And he'll take this one in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When a defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll go with a counter on first down. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Let's go. Nice. Ready.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
3rd and 11.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Go, Rig, go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Get up.
They try the right side this time. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
It was clear this offseason this was an area of emphasis. They wanted to continue to fortify the interior of this defensive line, and with this young player, they think they've got themselves a good one.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
A quick toss into the hands of Lamb.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
From the 35, here's second down and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Oh, the ball's out. And the Buccaneers come away with the turnover.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral,
Let's go now.
it's just hard to pull yourself out.
70 Timberwolf. Ready?
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Three. Here we go. Viking 18. Let go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Bucs add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
To the ground, a first down run. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Man in motion, heading left. To throw is Mills. Hit as he threw it. His pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They send the tight end in motion. Mills now. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Let's go.
Now Mills. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go! 70 Lions!
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's the toss as they look to run. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Throwing is Mills. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 11. Up the middle they go. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the lines. And it's 4th down.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on 4th and long.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means. But I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's a run. And now for a second time, he loses the football. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
Let's go now.
Drive will start on the ground. That one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
70! Like 70,
Throwing on second down is Milton. That is caught right side. That's Famine. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Let's go.
He'll get this out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, smash Broncos! Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30, but that is good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Go!
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee.
Here we go.
2nd and 11.
Viking 18.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory. here in the finale in Week 18.